If you're tired of being broke before month end, watch this. I'm about to give you the simplest budget in the world, even if you earn very little. Welcome to the channel that simplifies money. Let's fix your finances today. Section 1. The truth: you don't need more money. Most people think they're broke because they earn too little. That's the story we tell ourselves. It sounds reasonable. It sounds fair. It sounds comforting. If I just made more money, everything would be okay. But here's the truth no one wants to say out loud. You're not broke because you don't earn enough. You're broke because your money has no assignment. Let me tell you a story. A few years ago, a man I'll call Daniel got a raise. Nothing massive, just enough to feel it. That Friday, his phone buzzed with the alert. He smiled. Relief washed over him. This changes things, he thought. For a moment his problems felt lighter. The stress in his chest loosened. He imagined finally catching up, finally breathing. But something strange happened. By the middle of the month, Daniel was right back where he started. Same panic. Same empty account. Same quiet shame when bills came due. He stared at his banking app one night, thumb hovering over the screen, whispering to himself. Where did the money go? That question, where did it go, has echoed in millions of homes. Here's what nobody tells you. Money doesn't disappear. It only wanders when it has no job. Think about it. Every morning, you wake up with 24 hours. If you don't plan them, they vanish. Not because time hates you, but because unassigned time gets stolen by distractions. Money works the same way. When income arrives without instructions, it leaks. Not in dramatic ways. In quiet, forgettable moments. A subscription you meant to cancel. A small transfer, just this once. A snack because you were tired. A convenience because you were overwhelmed. None of these feel dangerous. That's why they work. Daniel didn't waste money. He drifted with it. And drifting feels harmless, until you look back and realize you've gone nowhere. Here's the uncomfortable part. People who earn more money but don't assign it stay broke. People who earn less money but give it clear orders build stability. It's not income that creates security. It's intention. Imagine handing your car keys to a stranger and saying, just drive. No destination. No map. No rules. Would you be surprised if the car came back scratched, empty, or not at all? Yet that's exactly how most of us treat our money. We earn it. We feel relief. Then we let it roam. And when it's gone, we blame the amount. But the amount was never the problem. Daniel eventually noticed something that changed everything. 1 month before spending a single dollar, he paused. Not long. Not dramatically. He simply asked one question. What is this money supposed to do before it leaves me? Not what do I feel like doing? Not what's urgent right now? But what is your job? This was new and uncomfortable. Because when you assign money, you expose your real priorities. And that can be confronting. But something surprising happened. That month didn't feel rich, but it felt calm. Bills didn't ambush him. Small expenses stopped shocking him. He still had moments of temptation, but now they had a boundary. For the first time, Daniel wasn't reacting to money. He was directing it. Here's the shift most people miss. Being broke isn't about numbers. It's about control. You can earn $500 or $5,000 and still feel powerless if every dollar decides its own fate. Unassigned money creates anxiety because it keeps you guessing. Assigned money creates peace because it removes surprises. And peace, not luxury, is what most people are really chasing. Think back to the last time you got paid. Do you remember where that money was supposed to go? Or did it slowly dissolve into life? Life is expensive when it runs the show. This is why raises don't fix financial stress. This is why bonuses disappear. This is why people making good money still lie awake at night. They don't have a money problem. They have a direction problem. When money has no assignment, it obeys emotions. When money has an assignment, it obeys you. That's the truth. And it's uncomfortable, because it means waiting for more money won't save you. But it's also empowering, because it means you don't need permission, luck, or a miracle to change things. You don't need more money. You need your money to know where it's going before it arrives. Once you understand this, something inside you shifts. You stop feeling chased by bills. You stop fearing the end of the month. You stop asking, why is this so hard? And you start asking a better question. What will this dollar do for me? That question, asked consistently, changes everything. And this is only the beginning. Section 2, the 3-jar budget, so simple it feels wrong. The first time Maya heard about the 3-jar budget, she laughed. Not because it was funny, but because it felt too simple. 3 jars? That's it? No complicated spreadsheets. No guilt-filled rules. No cutting life down to survival mode. Just 3 jars. She had spent years believing money had to be hard to manage, that if it wasn't painful, it couldn't possibly work. Every budget she tried felt like a punishment, and every time she failed, she blamed herself. So when someone said, just split your money into 3 parts, she almost dismissed it. Almost. That night, she tried it, not with confidence, but with curiosity. She took her income and gave it instructions. Jar 1. Essentials, 60%. This jar wasn't negotiable. Rent, food, transport, the things that keep life standing. Not luxury, not upgrades, just stability. For the first time, Maya could see her survival money clearly. And something unexpected happened. Her anxiety dropped, because when essentials are protected, your mind relaxes. There's a deep calm that comes from knowing your basics are covered before anything else happens. Then came jar 2, goals, 20%. This jar felt almost unrealistic. Savings, investments, debt repayment. Maya had always told herself she'd start saving when there's extra. But extra never came. This time, she didn't wait for extra. She made it automatic. And that small shift changed how she saw herself. She wasn't just surviving anymore. She was building. Every dollar in that jar whispered, "Future you matters." Then there was jar 3, enjoyment, 20%. This was the jar that made her uncomfortable, because it felt irresponsible. But here's the truth she learned the hard way. A budget that suffocates you will fail. Every strict budget she tried before had one thing in common: zero joy. And joyless plans don't last. This jar gave her permission to be human. Coffee with friends. A small treat after a hard week. Something that reminded her why she works in the first place. And because enjoyment was planned, it no longer came with guilt. That's the magic. The 3-jar budget doesn't fight human nature. It works with it. Essentials keep you safe. Goals move you forward. Enjoyment keeps you sane. Nothing leaks. Nothing fights. Nothing surprises you. By the end of the month, Maya wasn't richer, but she was calmer, clearer, and in control. And that's when it hit her. The system feels wrong, because we're taught money has to be complicated to be powerful. But simplicity is what actually sticks. 3 jars. Clear roles. No shame. Just direction. And direction is what turns income into progress. If moments like this are helping something click for you too, stay close. Tap like so this reaches more people who need it. And subscribe, not for noise, but for clarity like this, one simple truth at a time. Section 3. If your essentials are more than 60%. When Samuel finally did the math, his stomach dropped. Rent, food, transport, utilities. The total stared back at him like an accusation. 78%. That's how much of his income was going just to survive. No goals, no breathing room, no enjoyment, just staying afloat. His first instinct was shame. Clearly I'm bad with money, he thought. But that wasn't the truth. The truth was simpler and harder. When essentials take more than 60%, the system isn't broken. Life is just squeezing you. And when that happens, you don't panic. You adjust. There are only 3 ways out. No magic. No shortcuts. The first is the hardest to accept. Reduce your lifestyle. Samuel loved his apartment, the location, the comfort, the image. But love doesn't pay rent. So he asked himself a painful question. Is this serving my future or my ego? Downsizing didn't feel like failure. It felt like relief. He cooked more, stopped buying convenience, traded momentary comfort for long-term calm. Not forever, just for now. The second option is more hopeful. Increase your income, not overnight, not with fantasies. Small, realistic moves. Samuel didn't find his passion. He used what he already had. Weekend work, a skill he could offer online. Extra hours that didn't burn him out. It wasn't glamorous, but it worked. Every extra dollar had a job, reduced pressure. Then came the sneakiest enemy. Leaks. Subscriptions he forgot. Apps quietly billing him. Small daily spending that felt harmless. $5 here, $10 there. He ignored them until he realized something terrifying. A boat doesn't sink because of one big hole. It sinks because of tiny ones left unattended. Even small leaks drown you. When Samuel patched them, his budget shifted without him trying harder. That's the lesson most people miss. When essentials are over 60%, the answer isn't discipline. It's design. You redesign your life in small, strategic ways. Not out of punishment, but out of self-respect. And once essentials drop back into place, something powerful happens. You breathe again. You plan again. You move forward again. Not because life got easier, but because you got intentional. Section 4. Tracking, the secret sauce. The notebook sat on Lena's kitchen table for 3 days before she touched it. Blank. Judging. Waiting. She had promised herself she'd track every expense for 1 week. Just one. No budgeting yet. No cutting back. Just writing it down. It sounded harmless. But deep down, Lena was afraid. Because once you see the truth, you can't unsee it. On Monday morning, she wrote her first entry. Coffee, $4. No big deal. By lunchtime. Snack, $3. Delivery fee, $6. She shrugged. Life happens. By Wednesday, the pages were filling faster than she expected. Things she didn't remember buying. Money she didn't remember spending. Thursday night, she paused mid-sentence, pen hovering. How did this happen? That was the shock. Not the big expenses, she knew about those. It was the quiet ones. The just this once moments. The purchases made while tired, bored, or rushed. The money spent on autopilot. By Sunday, Lena totaled the numbers. Her chest tightened. Not because the amount was massive, but because it was invisible before. That's the secret most people miss. You don't overspend because you're careless. You overspend because you're unaware. Tracking isn't about restriction. It's about revelation. And revelation changes behavior without force. Once Lena saw the pattern, something strange happened. She didn't need willpower. On Monday of the next week, she reached for her phone to order food, then stopped. Not out of guilt, out of clarity. She could see the pattern now. Awareness did what motivation never could. This is why tracking works when budgets fail. Budgets argue with you. Tracking shows you. It turns vague stress into clear facts. And the brain loves clarity. 1 week is enough to expose habits. Enough to spot leaks. Enough to wake you up. You don't need an app. You don't need perfection. Just honesty. Write it down. Every dollar. Every swipe. Every tap. Because money behaves differently when it's observed. Just like a room looks different when the lights are on, your spending changes when it's visible. Lena didn't feel punished after that week. She felt empowered, because awareness alone saves money. Not by force, not by fear, but by truth. And once you see the truth, you start spending like someone who's awake. Try this 3-jar budget for 30 days and watch your life change. If you want me to create a printable budget template, comment yes.